Let's pay homage to the Buddha, fully enlightened one. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Today, I will not talk about an wholesome result of Buddha, what he has accumulated in his thought. Today, I will give another talk. I gave the name, the title of the talk, Garden of Mankind. You get? Garden of Mankind. Are we all human or not? Yes, we all are human. We are born as human, now we live as human. And one day, we will pass away as human. Really to say, human world is like a garden, like a flower garden, where we can pick up different types of flowers, beautiful flowers. This is not my own work. Actually, Buddha himself says, human existence is like a flower garden. Do you want to hear the stanza recited by the Buddha? But I will recite in Myanmar. Because very good one, very pleasant one. Okay? And I will give the meaning in Myanmar too. And then I will give an explanation in English. Yata pipo parate ma kira maladu nibu. Evam tatena misvena kata sankutala baho. Sadito lima tati pinyashi. Uparate ma tansuti hudo pampung pa. Punya swagundo. Malaguni pangondo. Hirayata Bhikkhu Yasaketu. Hiro Ido Nai Yu Upama Tudalaye. Yatina Mui Pala Raindo. Nisina Vitato Davo Shiro Pukudi. Om Yaswa Gondo. Kudala Gamu Kudogo. Katatam Jutin Jutai Juvela Viro Yelu. Bhagava Bundo Jiro Mudo Myasma Pyadi. Osa Guna Shita Myata Pye. Hojaro Mukhe Aviradi. There is a wise man. When that person reaches to a flower garden, he sees different types of flowers blooming on the trees. Wherever he looks, he sees different types of flowers, very beautiful, blooming, fragrant. The one who know how to make benefit from these different types of flowers, he will pick it up and he will make breed of flowers to be able to put on or to be able to use in some way useful. In the same way, our Buddha said, our human existence is like a garden. For example, if someone possesses a garden, what will he do? He will grow different types of flowers. He will grow different types of trees which can bear fruit. According to his own wish, he can do whatever. If he wants to emphasize growing flower tree, it depends on his own wish. He can do whatever. As he grows a certain type of flower tree, one day it will bear. You will see the flowers blooming. At that time, that person can make use of that flower any way he likes to do. In the same way, human existence is like a garden where we can plant different types of trees, including fruit tree, flower tree, and any type of tree you want. You can plant, you can grow, and you can experience from your garden too. Buddha said, when we are born in a garden of mankind, don't forget, one day we will die. As man is mortal, one day we will pass away. Before passing away, Buddha said, please cultivate wholesome Dharma as much as you can. The one who knows that I will die one day, Buddha said, don't forget to accumulate wholesome Dharma in the garden of mankind. What I want to say here, in a garden of mankind, we all possess a garden of mankind individually. Individually, we possess a garden of mankind. But how to make use of a garden of mankind depends on your knowledge. The one who possesses a garden, how he makes use of his garden also depends on his knowledge. If he plants a beautiful flower tree, one day you will see a beautiful flower. If we grow a fragrant flower tree, one day he will see a fragrant flower. In the same way, if that person plant a bitter seed in that garden, one day he can pick up a bitter seed from that tree, because he has planted a bitter seed in his own garden. In the same way, we are born in the garden of mankind. We possess a garden of mankind that we must know how to make use of this garden. If we know how to make use of the garden of mankind, life after life, one existence after another, we will see higher and higher of our life condition. As you all know, now we possess a garden of mankind. That's why I want to suggest you, according to the teaching of Buddha, how to make use of this garden. Now you all come here. The purpose is to plant a seed of dana, to plant a seed of sila, and to plant a seed of panya. Simply, to practice sila, samadhi, panya. If we plant a seed of dana in the garden of mankind, one day it will give its result. Whether you expect it or not, the seed of dana will give its result. As I have told all of you, one sows of the past, one reaps for the future. If we sow a seed of dana in the future, we will reap of the past. If the offering dana can give its result, it is wealth. Whether you want, whether you expect, or whether you desire or not, dana offering will give its result. For sila, a seed of sila, if we plant a seed of sila in the garden of mankind, it will give its result in the future. Whether we expect it or not, it will give its own result. Offering dana, it is for wealth. Sila can give the result of higher birth. It means in a good realm like human, devils. When we do dana without observing sila, without keeping sila, it cannot give good result. Here I want to point out all of you to be able to reflect something happening in our surroundings, especially in foreign countries. Now you see, in the lower monastery, yesterday one of my students, she reported her thinking yesterday because her meditation is not good there. And voice attention rose in her mind. Oh, a lot of dogs are barking. Why they feed a lot of dogs here? Okay? Now here you see, all the dogs, are they rich or poor? Rich? Do you agree? Someone is saying rich, but really they are very poor. Okay? Poor means maybe in the Western country you may see a very beautiful dog. Okay? Yes, did you see beautiful dog? See? Oh, someone is nodding her head. Are you joking? Okay, really, you can't see. Okay, you have no chance to see a beautiful dog here. all are ugly. Okay? Also, they are so poor because they were born in villages. And then they can't sleep. That's why they run away. Then they search for food. Because of this reason, they get here. Oh, here, a lot of food. We will not go back again. And then they continue staying here. Because many they feed. That's why they prevent all of you by barking. Okay? Who make this? All of you are making, I think. Okay, you all are feeding them. That's why the dogs, they are very faithful to their master. Okay, so that's why in the upper monastery, Pa-Auk suggested not to feed the dogs. Because if you feed, they will stay in the monastery and they will bark for you. Okay? What I want to say here. All the dogs, because they are born where people can't feed them, that they came here. Here, many they can feed because many left behind after they are mean. That's why they feed. But what I want to say here, why they are poor? Why people cannot feed them? Because of their karma only. In a rich country, in a developed country, people, they like feeding dogs in their own house. They also feed them like a man. Why they are born there? Because of their wholesome dana karma, because of their offering. In their past, they have done, they have accumulated the wholesome karma, which is offering. Maybe they have done a lot. But at that time, they don't keep precepts. Okay? Because of it, when this karma gives result, because not surrounded by sila, the time they are making offering, but at that time they are not observing sila, that when this karma gives result, they were born in a rich family, but as an animal. That's why this is because of having no skillful in his action of doing dana. That's why when we do dana, we need to observe precepts. That's why here in our monastery, whenever laymen, laywomen, they came and visited here, because their intention is to do dana. Sometimes before doing, they quarrel, they argue, they complain others, and then they do dana. Their offering dana is surrounded with the unwholesome. And also, they have no virtue, they are not observing virtue. That's why if this karma gives result, it will not be strong. Now we all were born in the garden of mankind. We need to plant a seed of dana, seed of virtue. Here I want to emphasize more on the seed of virtue. Now you all staying here, some the ordained nuns, some are bhikkhuni, and some are laywomen, keeping 5 precepts, 8 precepts. Please remember, I am a nun, I am a meditator, and I am the one who is practicing meditation by observing sila. If we really love keeping sila, our environment will be very peaceful. Our environment will be where very good to live. Everybody who come here, they will appreciate very much. But whether man or whether woman, sometimes they forget who they are. Sometimes they forget what they are doing. For example, if we talk about the 5 precepts, what is the first precept? Refraining from killing. Every day we must all reflect our virtue. We have observed different types of precepts. If we emphasize only the 5 precepts, also we should reflect our 5 precepts. The first one, Panati Pasta Viramani Sikkhapadan Samadhi Yami. We refrain from killing. We have kept this sila. We have taken this sila from Bhikkhu. We will refrain from doing. And we will avoid breaking this precept. Here we should also reflect that everyone, whether humans or animals, they love their life. Sometimes when the mosquito bites, people easily kill them by hitting them. Sometimes they are so heedless. They think so heedless of they are heedless. They love their life, but they don't think. Other animals like mosquitoes, they will also love their life, but they are very small that sometimes we don't think much about their life. Heedlessly sometimes we kill them. It means we are planting a bitter seed by breaking the precepts observed as a nun, as a laywoman, as a layman. We should try to keep these precepts purely. The purpose of teaching of Buddha, as I have explained often, whenever newcomer arrives here, I used to explain the central teaching of the Buddha. It is the training of morality, the training of concentration, and the training of insight. If we summarize the teaching of Buddha, there are only 3 foundations. It is the training of morality, what we are talking about now, observing sila. Why Buddha taught the first training? The purpose is to make the purity of bodily and verbal action. In our daily life, whether man or woman, whoever, should reflect oneself or should be heedful oneself. We have kept the precepts, whether our bodily and verbal actions are pure or not. Every day, everybody reflects and refraining or avoid doing unwholesome things such as killing, such as stealing, such as telling lies. our environment or wherever is very, very, very good place to stay. Especially, what we have to be heedful in our daily life is the fourth precept. It is telling lies. Telling lies here, Buddha, means using harsh speech, backbiting, speaking useless talk. These all are included in the fourth precept, telling lies. Especially nowadays, many people, they are heedless. That's why they are committing using harsh speech, backbiting, speaking useless talk. If you talk about the bad of others, this is breaking precepts. So whenever we are going to talk about the bad of others, at that time, please remind oneself, oh, I'm a bhikkhu, I'm a nun, I'm a bhikkhuni, I'm a meditator. I will not speak about anybody. Whether they are good or bad, it doesn't matter. His bad or how bad is how bad, not yours. Even I'm not talking about the unwholesome results of our Buddha, but I intend to talk about this because every day, everybody heedlessly, they are breaking their rules, they are breaking their precepts, especially sometimes telling the bad of others, sometimes using harsh speech, sometimes speaking the useless talk. If you talk about history, if you talk about the government, if you talk about food, these all are only useless talk. If you talk about country, if you talk about the beauty, if you talk about the music, if you talk about the clothes, if you talk about the roads, these all are useless talk. Okay? So, we should be careful. Especially talking about the bad of others. This is what we all are very used to. If you are going to talk about others, please remind yourself, one day other people will talk about you. At that time, can you bear it? If you hear someone is talking about the bad of you, for sure you cannot bear it. Okay? One thing, if we just train the mind in our daily life, if we are not heedful in our bodily and verbal actions in our daily life, sometimes unknowingly, sometimes we have accumulated very heavy, strong karma, what we will reap in the future. Our Bodhisattva, when he was not yet mature, before he received the definite prophecy from the Dipangara Buddha, he also did a lot of unwholesome karma because of ignorance through bodily and verbal actions. Now, as you all have listened in my previous talk about the Buddha, all the actions he has accumulated are by bodily and verbal actions only. Especially accusation. Also talk about the bad of others, complaining, telling lies. These all are the unwholesome karma that many people are accumulating. If we are not heedful, and if we are heedless, for sure, we will do a certain type of karma in our daily life, one thing or another, or many things. To be able to avoid doing unwholesome karma through bodily and verbal action, Buddha taught the first training, the training of morality, observing precepts. The purpose of the first training is to make the purity of body and verbal action that everyone should reflect oneself. Whether my bodily and verbal action that I have done today, I have accumulated today, are pure or not. Every day I want all of you to reflect. Before you are going to sleep, every night, please spend time for reflecting what you have done today, what you have spoken. Please reflect on the bodily and verbal actions. And if you see something what you have done wrong, if you see something what you have spoken wrongly, accusation, using harsh speech, talking the bad of others, if you really see, please decide and please teach yourself, I will not do again. One of the famous Sayadaw in Myanmar, he said, there is no mistake, only lesson. If we have done something wrong, don't take it as mistake. Just take it as a lesson. Because if you take something as mistake, you will feel sorry, you will feel unhappy. Whenever you think about it, you can't forgive yourself. You waste your time thinking about what you have done because you think it as mistake. We must take as a lesson only. We all may do wrong because we are not perfect. That's why we may do wrong. It doesn't matter. But if you are doing something wrong again and again every day, you will not be mature. Because you are not make use of your time, your life. You are not make use of a garden of mankind. Okay? Because you are repeating something wrong again and again. You never learn from your action. Our life will not be meaningful. It will be only useless. Yes, we may do wrong, but every night, please reflect. I have done this. I have done wrong. I have accused someone. I have used harsh speech. I have talked useless stuff. But I will not do again. If you do something wrong in the future, let it be a new one. Should not be the same thing again and again. Because if you take as a lesson what you have done wrong, you will be more mature because of your wrong action. You take as a lesson. If you do wrong new thing again in the future, if you can take as a lesson, you become more mature again. Because those who can take as a lessons from all their actions, they know more and more about the nature of humans. And then they can avoid doing unwholesome things more and more day by day. That's why don't fail to do reflecting every day, especially before you are going to bed. If you want to make use of this life, because of not reflecting, the following day, the next day, you do something in the same way again. We repeat something again and again. Because of accumulating again and again, it becomes stronger that one day the karma which we have repeated again and again becomes stronger and stronger that one day at the near that moment it can give result. It will be our last object at the near that moment. That if you want to plant a good seed in the garden of mankind, please don't forget to reflect your actions that accumulated in your daily life. Another thing, forgiving and forgetting, this is also very important for our life. If someone apologizes from somebody at that time, according to the teaching of Buddha, Buddha said, all the wise, they forgive. They can make friends again. Now we all are the disciples of the Buddha who are practicing the teaching of the Buddha that Buddha, he himself also suggested at his time to make apology one another. Because making apology, this is for our happiness. Not only at the present, but also in the future too. If we can't forgive one another whenever we see one another, what happens? Wholesome and unwholesome mind? Which one will arise? Unwholesome mind. That's why at the present, we suffer a lot because of not forgiving one another. To be able to forgive and forget one another, I want to suggest something. Why did people do wrong? Why did people do wrong?
Maybe because of heedlessness.
Okay, so one answer. Japanese none. Why did people do wrong?
Because there is avidya.
Avidya. Okay. So now I got what I want. Actually because of ignorance, avidya. Also because of heedlessness. Okay? Everybody wants to do for the good of themselves. But people can't do. Even they want good. Even they expect desirable things only. But they fail. It is because of ignorance. If someone has done something wrong, according to the teaching of Buddha, there is no man, there is no woman, there is no being, there is only cause and effect. Because of not knowing the truth, we see other people as men, women, and we judge. Oh, this person is very cruel. This person is very bad. This person is narrow-minded person. In this way, we judge. Judgment. Is this good or not good? Do you like judging? But many they are doing, they judge. I know, I have this ability to judge. You see, this type of action. Tell that this is that type of person. Okay, you judge. The Buddha said, Chetana Sambekuri Karma Vadami. Buddha said, Chetana is karma. Volition is karma. Now, all over the world, people mainly depend on what they see and what they hear. If they see something good, they think it is good. If they hear something good, they think it is good. If they see something bad, they judge it is bad. If they hear something bad, they judge it is bad. But you don't know their volition. Actually, you can't say what is his volition, what is our volition. If we are not sure, it is not good to make any judgment. Sometimes you all may have different experiences in your own life. Sometimes you have done something with good volition to someone, but others accuse you, complain you, blame you. You feel unhappy. You feel very sorry. Because you know yourself what their judgment is not right. Because your volition is another. What they think your volition is one, their judgment is another. Completely different. You all have this experience. Also in your life, better please don't make any judgment. If you make judgment, sometimes it becomes a very bad karma. It can give results in the future. Like our Bodhisattva, he judged Pacceka Buddha. Oh, people don't know as I know. he judged. See? If people know as I know, they will not make offering to this one. Because he wrongly judged. You can't understand, really. That's why this is because of not observing the precepts very well. We allow ourselves to do something wrong. It means we indulge our mind. We are indulging the defilement. That's why we all want to do for the benefit of ourselves. That's why we are trying what all the people in the world can't do, which is keeping precepts. But sometimes because of heedlessness, we do something wrong, we commit something wrong, we break our precepts. Please be heedful. Here I have to say what I used to say, the words of the Buddha. If you want to prevent yourself from bodily and verbally wrong actions, what you need to do is to be skillful reading the habits of your own mind. All the bodily and verbal actions arises because of mental instructions only. Whatever we are going to say, whatever we are going to act, mental instructions come first. That's why Buddha says, try to be careful reading the habits of one's own mind. If you are not careful reading habits of others' mind, what you are going to speak, the mental instructions come first. That if you are heedful, if you are careful reading your own mind, you will not indulge your mind. You will train your mind not to act, not to speak what is not useful for you. That's why as I have suggested all of you to reflect every night all the actions you all have accumulated. And another suggestion is to be heedful, reading the habits of your own mind in your daily life, morning till night. This is for the training of morality. For about the other precepts, I don't want to explain much more. It is also not much necessary. The main thing that we are heedlessly indulging in the footwork. If we all avoid using harsh speech, if we all avoid talking useless talk, if you all avoid backbiting, everyone, we all can look one another without any dislike feeling. We all can stay together too. Okay? Now why I am talking this, I want to request all of you one thing. Now, many foreigners come to our monastery. Okay? No room here. Okay? Bhikkhuni, please stay together. Okay? So there will be more room. Nuns, please stay together. Laywomen, please stay together. We all are those who love practicing the first training, the training of morality. If we all are not using hard speech, no one can hurt anyone. Okay? We can live harmoniously, talking, seeing the benefit of one another. Okay? That's why those who are staying alone, those who don't want to share a room, today I request all of you, please share rooms. Please live together. Okay? And please harmoniously stay. Is there anybody who stay alone here? You alone. You.
I want to tell another. I heard someone afraid me. 1200 until now. No another way we together because heard someone say I can influence some meditator. So new meditator afraid me.
Maybe you make something.
That's good. Very hard. Empty long time. I only downstairs. Someone say I cannot earth. He not good to me. I say never mind. Then only meditator. If anyone want to leave the earth, okay, I welcome. Don't afraid me.
Okay? See now. Telling openly, don't afraid me. Okay? Anybody want to stay with us? Now please check quickly. Now I can arrange. Okay, now we need more room. Okay? Because we want to share. We all are brothers and sisters. Okay? We are not brothers and sisters. We came here especially to know the truth, to penetrate the truth, to train the mind, to make the purity of our mind and body, to remove all the defilement. Okay? To plant a good seed in the garden of mankind. Okay? Now, sometimes you plant a very bad seed. Okay? Because of not reflecting one's own karma, one's own actions every day. Really, I don't want to say about me, but I want to say here. Because since I was young, I used to reflect my daily actions. Since very young. Okay? This is very beneficial. The more I reflect, the more I know about myself. The more I reflect, the more I know about my society. The more I reflect, the more I know about my weak points and my strong points too. The more I reflect, I know much about others too. Everybody has all the defilements. Only maybe some so strong, some not as strong as. Okay? In the same way, you all should reflect if you want to make use of this existence. Because why I'm now reminding all of you, in the outside world, people, they are not so pure. Okay? They don't love keeping precepts. Sometimes even they don't want to hear precepts, especially in Western countries. What is precepts? What is the benefit? Okay? They don't want to hear because they don't know the benefit, because of the environment too. So here, people here are more pure. If we commit something, if we do something wrong one another, it is stronger than we accumulate in the outside world. That's why everybody should be careful in our bodily and verbal actions, not to speak, not to act. We all are at risk. Do you agree? We all are at risk. Risk. Huh? Yes. Yes. Okay, that's right.
No pain, no gain.
And no pain, no gain. Okay, so we must be very careful. Okay? Whatever you do, one day you will receive, whether you want it or not. If you want to accumulate wholesome karma more and more, please be heedful. Please reflect all the actions every day. And please train oneself not to do again and again. Not to repeat again and again. If you want to be mature, you must reflect, you must train, you must take as a lesson, not as a myth, everything what you have done. But I haven't explained why these people do wrong. It is because of ignorance. If somebody has done something wrong, for sure because of not knowing the truth. If he or she really knew the truth, he or she will not do wrongly. As I have told you, according to the teaching of Buddha, there is no man, there is no woman, there is only causes and effects. Because ignorance influences them. Ignorance makes men not to know the truth. This is the cause. You see, ignorance is the cause. It influences someone to do something wrong. He becomes a slave only because of ignorance. He is not the master. He is not doing. Because of ignorance, he is doing something wrong. Instead of complaining, instead of finding fault, instead of blaming, oh, he did this, she did this, because ignorance commands him or her to do something wrongly. At that time we don't see him, we don't see her. We see the main cause. This is ignorance. If he has no ignorance, how could he do this wrong action? He cannot. See? If you have ignorance, you also may do something wrong. At that time, also, why we can forgive and forget? Because we know the real cause. The real cause is not he, not she, only ignorance. Okay? He is doing something wrong, she is doing something wrong because of the influence of ignorance. If we haven't removed this ignorance, step by step, he will do something wrong for sure. Instead of blaming, instead of complaining, what we think, how to help them. Okay? The mind totally changed, very different. Before we think, oh, he's a bad person, oh, he's a very cruel. But really, it is because of ignorance only. When we know, when we see the true causes, the true cause which is ignorance, we understand everybody, they are suffering. Are you a sufferer or not? You.
Yes, of course.
Of course. Way up. Are you a sufferer?
Yes.
Why? Because of ignorance. Okay? You will do something wrong because of ignorance. You will do something wrong because of ignorance. You will do something wrong because of ignorance. Okay? I don't think you do. Only because of ignorance only. Okay? In Gurimala, you know, who wear a rip off finger. Remember? He killed many people. Remained only one. So on that day he saw his mother. Oh, I have only one finger needed. I saw now. I will go and kill. And I will go back to see my teacher. He had accumulated very, very bad karma. It is also because of ignorance. We don't see him actually because of ignorance. The time he met with the Buddha gave a talk to him. He ordained bhikkhu. He practiced meditation. He became an arahant. No more wrong action in his life. That's why whenever you saw somebody doing something wrong, please try to see the cause. And you can forgive. You can forget. Instead of feeling dislike, you think how to help her, how to help him, not to do in this way again. Okay? Your way of thinking completely different. If you train day by day, for sure you will become mature. You can forgive and forget many. That's why please don't forget to reflect yourself. Whatever you meet, whatever you see, please try to look the cause. Also reflect why you are doing wrong. Because you have ego, you have self-identity. Because of you have ignorance. Because of it, you do. And then you can also forgive and forget yourself too. See? There are also many who can't forgive and forget oneself. If they can't forgive and forget themselves, they cannot forgive and forget others too. They are not skillfully the habits of their own mind. Okay? That's why, please be wise. Okay? Please be clever. Don't be stupid. If you think someone, he or she, then you will suffer a lot. So if we are skillfully in the habits of our own mind, day by day, you will do many things good. You will do much more. You can avoid doing wrong day by day. We become better and better. Our future life will be good life. That's why now we talk about the first training. Now I will talk about the second training. To plant a seed of concentration. If you don't reflect your daily action every day, and if you don't control, if you don't teach, if you don't take as a lesson For sure, your mind is not calm. Your mind is always filled with worry, anxiousness, agitation, wandering thoughts that you can't develop your concentration to. To be able to develop concentration, we need to observe, or we need to practice the first training, the training of morality purely. We are the disciples of the Buddha. We all are Dharma brothers and sisters. We all love the teaching of Buddha. We all love observing the precepts. That's why we came here. We are bhikkhu. We are keeping 227 bhikkhus rules. You are none. You keep 10 precepts. March on to your precepts. 10 precepts only. Okay? You must always reflect what you have broken every day. Okay? Maybe to be able to keep more purely. Please reflect one after another. This is your rules. This is your guidance. Every day if you reflect, you will become more pure and pure. You will not break. This is important. Only when we can keep the virtue purely at a time, we can develop concentration more quickly. That's why second training depends on first training. The third training, it is the training of insight. Only when you can develop concentration, according to the words of Buddha, the one who is concentrated, know and see as they really are. If we can't develop concentration, we can't know and see as they really are. Second training is to make the purity of mind. I repeat again, the first training is to make the purity of bodily and verbal action. The second training is to make the purity of mind. The third training is to remove completely, to remove the defilements which make all of us suffer every day, completely without remainder, step by step. To be able to remove the defilements step by step, we need to develop, we need concentration. Only then we can practice vipassana meditation. Also, to be able to develop concentration, we need to observe the precepts purely, reflecting every day the actions, all the actions we have accumulated in our daily life. Please, as you all know, practice makes perfect. If you practice every day, one day you will be perfect. But if you don't make a habit, it is so difficult. Please make a habit every day. Please avoid talking about the bad of others. Today, if you talk about someone, please teach, remind yourself, I will not tell next time. If you are going to talk, you know if you are hateful. What is the benefit of telling this? I will not tell. Better avoid talking. Also for meditators, speaking a little is better. Most of the time, we should keep noble silence. Only when it is important, please speak. Please communicate one another. Spend a lot of time speaking one another. It is really instruction for our meditation. So, we are born as a human. The human world is like a garden of mankind, that we all be able to plant a better seed in the garden of mankind day by day, to be able to make an end of suffering.